Hey there, everybody, and welcome back. We've got game two of this doubleheader, the Yankees at the Indians, and we'll see how this one works out here for us today. The Indians, we check on the standings quickly. The Indians are now tied with the Red Sox for first place, and the Yankees are starting to slip away. And so with no further ado, we'll jump straight into the action. We have Phil Rizzuto here for the Yankees. Scooter's hitting 267 up against Al Benton today. Benton with a 5-0 record, a 3.05 ERA, and that's a ball to the Scooter, and there's a ball low, 2-0 the count. That's in the dirt for ball 3, so it's 3-0 on Phil, and there's a strike, 3-1. Ground ball left side in the hole. Lou Boudreau grabs that and throws to first, and there is one out, just like that. Up comes Dick Krahowski. Krahowski hitting 407, but only 27 at-bats here for the Yankees. Loves hitting against righties. And that's a ball outside. 1-0 on Dick, and there's a ball low and inside. It's 2-0. There's a strike in there, 2-1. Swing and a miss on that. It's 2-2 now on Krahowski. And that's just foul back. Remains 2-2. Has lined over third base and another base hit, and so Krahowski continues to be a terror against right-handed pitching. That brings up Gene Woodling. Woodling's hitting 320, 426 the on-base percentage, and he's a tough one to get out. 3 home runs for Gene. There's a ball low and inside to him. And this is hit deep to right and gone, and we were just talking about that, weren't we? And Gene Woodling has put the Yankees out in front 2-0 here in the top of the first. That brings up Hank Bauer, 2-0 New York, and up comes Bauer, the cleanup hitter, and he takes the ball high. Only one out recorded by Benton. This is hit deep to left. Mitchell goes back, and he's got that for the out. 2 away. Up comes Jerry Coleman. Fouls one away. 0-1 on Coleman. That's hit foul. 0-2 now the count. So Benton gives up the big home run, only the fourth he's given up so far this season, in 21 1/3. Not sure how good that is, actually. There's a swing and a miss by Jerry Coleman at that pitch that was high, and down he goes. But the damage has been done. It's 2-0 Yankees. We go now to the bottom of the first inning, and it will be Dale Mitchell leading this off for the Indians, hitting 345. They'll be up against Cuddles Marshall. Marshall's 2-0, 2.01 ERA as he throws the ball there to Mitchell, and there's another ball, 2-0. Cuddles has pitched 22 1/3, walked 14, and struck out 9. There's a foul tip on that one, and that makes this a 2-1 count on Mitchell. And that misses high for ball 3, so 3-1 the count, and there's a strike on the inside corner. Cuddles, I tell you, it must be that chin that got him that call. Ground ball over first base side. Coleman ends up grabbing that, the second baseman. He flips to Krahowski for the first out. Here comes Mickey Vernon. There's a strike to Vernon. They call him Cuddles, by the way, because of that look. He's got that movie star chin. 1-1 the count on Vernon. Ground ball left side. Rizzuto fields that, throws on to first in time. 2 away, and out comes Ken Keltner. Cuddles, one of the more interesting nicknames in baseball history. 2-0 now the count on Keltner, and it's 3-0 as Cuddles misses again. I tell you, it's a good nickname if you're playing well, but when you're falling behind like this, maybe not so much, and Cuddles loses him on 4 straight. So that'll bring up Larry Doby. Cuddles probably needed to be a little bit harder there with Keltner. I think he coddled him a little too much. Here comes Doby. The ball down and in. That's just outside, so 6 straight balls now by Marshall. And that's a strike, 2-1. Lifted up in the air and foul. It's 2-2. That's low and away, so that will load this count again. And there's a chopper over to third base, and Brown waits on that one and then fields it and throws over to first for the out. We go to the top of the second inning. It's 2-0 Yankees. Here comes Cliff Mapes. Mapes is hitting 272. He takes a ball ankle high, 1-0, 6 home runs, so he's doing better than in real life. 2-0 the count. Ground ball to short. Lou Boudreau on to first. There's 1 away. Here comes Charlie Silvera. And he takes a ball inside. So that means, of course, that Berra has the day off, and that's a blast into center field. Doby has that on the bounce, and Silvera gets the single. I say the day off. I remember this is the second game of a doubleheader. He has the second game off, is what I mean to say. And that brings up Bobby Brown. Not so unusual to have your catcher miss maybe one of the 2 games of the doubleheader. 1-1 the count on Bobby. There's a little dribbler up in front that curves foul across the third base line. It's 1-2 on Brown. hit over to left field. Dale Mitchell has that one easy peasy, and he makes the catch for the second out, and up comes Cuddles. The other time you don't want them to call you Cuddles is when you're standing up there at the plate, and all you've got on your head is a hat, and you got a pitcher who might not be so happy with you. It's 0-2 on Marshall. There's the ball inside, 1-2. Fouled away again, 1-2, and there's a slider low, 2-2 the count. Fouled back again. Lined up the middle, Benton gets a glove onto that one. He knocked it over to Gordon, who threw on to first for the out. So the Yankees put one on, but they don't get anything out of that half inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and it's still a 2-0 lead for New York. Up is Lou Boudreau. Ground ball to short, Rizzuto on to first, one away, and now Joe Gordon. There's a ball inside to Gordon. I tell you, some of these plays go by mighty fast. 1-1 on Joe. There's a pop-up over to center. Mapes has that 2 away. Up is Bob Kennedy, and there's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And that'll bring up Mike Tresh. So the Indians get the first base hit of the ball game. It comes from Bob Kennedy. That brings up Tresh, who's the backup catcher, hitting 167. Couple throws to first. Kennedy's not fast. He's not going anywhere. There's a ball thrown to Kennedy, and that missed again. It's 2-0. Marshall is having a hard time with the control. 2-1 the count now. He's walked one. Fouled away. It's 2-2. That's high. Told you. Full count. And there's a big chopper to third. Brown has that one. Throws on to first. And there you go. We go to the top of the third inning, and that was a fast half inning. It'll be Phil Rizzuto leading it off for the Yankees, and it's a swing and a miss on an Al Benton fastball, 0-1. Foul to the left side, out of play, it's 0-2. And that just misses, 1-2, and that's just low 2-2 on Rizzuto. Hit over to right, and Kennedy's got that for the out, one away. Up is Krahowski. Swing and a miss on that fastball inside, and another swing and a miss, it's 0-2. That's high, 1-2 the count. That's lined to first base and gets through into right field. So Krahowski gets the base hit, and that'll bring up Gene Woodling. The Yankees maybe are threatening again. Woodling had that home run earlier. It's his third against Cleveland and his fourth of the season. 1-1's the count on Gene. There's a bouncer up the middle. Boudreau over to the bag himself, and then on to first for the twin killing. And so Woodling doesn't get a hold of that one this time. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's still 2-0 Yankees, and up comes Al Benton. Pitcher Benton takes a strike, 0-1. And he makes contact there, hits that over to center. Mapes has it for the out. There's one away. Up is Dale Mitchell. There's a strike upper edge of the zone, 0-1. Ground ball to second. Coleman, good play, throws to first just in time. Mitchell's fast down the line, but not fast enough. 2 away, here comes Vernon, and he takes the ball inside, 1-0. Deep to right, but foul. 1-1 on Mickey. Foul to the left this time, 1-2, and that's high, 2-2. So he's fouled them both ways. Foul back again, making Marshall work, and that misses for ball 3. And Cuddles still having problem with that control. Fouled away. There's a little chopper over to short. Rizzuto has it, then drops it, picks it up again, throws to first, but late. And a little bit harsh, I think. They're giving Rizzuto an error on that play. So Rizzuto does a good job getting in front of that ball, preventing it from going into the outfield, but dropped it momentarily, picked it back up, threw to first, and was just a little bit late, and it's an error. So that's the difference between your hits and your errors. There's a ball low and away to Keltner, 1-0. Throw to first, Vernon staying put, and that's low. It's 2-0. 2 men out here in the bottom of the third, and there's a strike. Be surprised if Vernon took off. 2-1 now the count, and that misses high and outside. Marshall now with a 3-1 count on Keltner with Doby on deck. And there's ball 4 at the shoulders, and so it's another act of self-destruction by Marshall. Up comes Larry Doby, who has 9 home runs so far, and who is hoping to get his average up a little bit, and he takes a ball. And there's a pitch under the hands, 2-0 to Larry. That's south of the knees. It's a 3-0 count. He'll take this, and there's a strike. They call that one a strike. Nowhere near the strike zone was that pitch, so it's 3-1. And that's way inside for ball 4. So Marshall has walked 2 this inning. He's walked 3 in the ball game. He's walked 17 in the season. And now he has to deal with Lou Boudreau with the bases jammed. There are 2 men out. Boudreau is hitting .343, 3 home runs, and he takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ball, 1-1. Ground ball past Marshall, but Rizzuto has it, and he flips that one on over to Coleman for the out at second. We'll go now to the top of the fourth inning. It's still a 2-0 lead for the Yankees. That'll bring up Hank Bauer. Cleveland won the first game as Bauer takes a strike. They want it coming from behind. They'll have to do the same thing here. 1-2 on Hank. Over to left center field, and that one will split Mitchell and Doby, and nobody can get there in time, so it's a double for Bauer. Well placed was that one, and that'll bring up Jerry Coleman. And he takes the ball low after bluffing a bunt, and then takes one high, 2-0. And that is blocked there by Tresh, and the runner takes off, does Bauer, and he's thrown out at third base. What a play by Tresh. What a tag by Keltner. And the Yankees now may have a 3-0 count for Coleman, but there's one away and nobody on. There's ball 4 high and in. So that is the first walk that Benton has given up, and that'll bring up Cliff Mapes. Ball in the dirt, and I'm not sure what kind of pitches it is that Benton's throwing here. That breaking ball is breaking too much. And that one broke too far inside, 2-0. Ground ball over to Gordon, flips to Boudreau for 1, and they go back to first for the double play. And so we will go now to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it still is a 2-0 lead for the Yankees. Up next, Joe Gordon for Cleveland, 9 home runs, takes the ball away. And there's a strike to him, 1-1. Fouled away now, 1-2. That's fouled away again, still 1-2. Ball outside, 2-2 on Joel. And there's a ground ball wide to third base into the hole. Brown couldn't get there on time. Rizzuto too far up the middle to get that one, and Gordon has a base hit. That'll bring up Bob Kennedy. Kennedy today is 1 for 1, and the Indians may have a chance to tie this one at least. There's a ball high to Kennedy. He has 5 home runs, and that is low, 2-0 to Bob. Popped up, but it's out of play, 2-1. Throw back to first. That's in the dirt. That gets away from Silvera. Gordon is going to second. Here comes the throw from Silvera, and it's not in time. So Gordon advances on what I think they're going to call a pass ball. No, it's a wild pitch, they call it. So a wild pitch there on Marshalls, who has been wild like crazy here today. And it's a 3-1 count on Bob Kennedy. You know he's taking this. And they call that one a strike, and that was about as far outside as you can get. That was in Toledo. There's a ground ball over to third. Brown has it, looks Gordon back to the bag and throws to first, and there's one away. That'll bring up Mike Tresh. Tresh hitting 162 as a runner in scoring position. He has driven in 4. It's a ground ball up the middle. Coleman ranging, grabs that and throws to first for the out. Gordon moves to third. And up comes the pitcher, Al Benton, with 2 outs. There's a ball high, 1-0, and that is fouled away, 1-1. Up top to Benton, now 2-1. There's a strike on the inner half, 2-2, and that is in the dirt. Full count now on Al. Way off the plate. So Cuddles has walked 4, including walking the pitcher in a key moment. That'll bring up Dale Mitchell. Mitchell today is 0 for 2. He's driven in 24 this season, hitting 341. Not what you wanted to do, and there's a strike in the outside corner. I think Marshall got some help from the umpire there. The chopper into the whole left side, but it's at Brown again. And once again, Bobby Brown makes the defensive play that ends the half inning for the Indians. That's been the theme of today's game. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's still 2-0 Yankees. Here comes Charlie Silvera. Ball high to Silvera. So Marshall and Benton, neither pitching well, but really duking it out here. 1-2 the count on Silvera. Slider misses down and away, 2-2. Ground ball to short, Boudreau on to first, 1 away. Here's Bobby Brown. Brown's 0 for 1, and he takes a strike. There's a ball low, 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1 on Bobby. Popped up behind the plate, but out of play, 2-2. Just wide, it's a full count on Brown, and that is low for ball 4. So Benton has walked his second, 10th walk given up this season, and that will bring up Cuddles. And you know he's going to try to bunt. And there it is, and it's bunted in the air. Benton comes off the mound, makes the grab, and has to look Brown back to first. No play on him. 2 away now for Phil Rizzuto. And there's a swing and a miss for a strike on the scooter, and a ball high, 1-1. Ground ball Boudreau over to Gordon, and that will do it for that half inning. We go now to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it still is a 2-0 lead for the Yankees. Here comes Mickey Vernon. This is a key game. Cleveland can win this, they end up in the driver's seat, and there's a ball to Mickey. That's way outside, 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1 now. Bounced foul, 2-2. Fouled away. pop-up, and the wind blows that one back in. Rizzuto ends up making the catch. It looked like it was headed for left field. There's one away. Ken Keltner now, and he lines one straight to Coleman. He goes to a knee, but makes the catch. 2 away. Up now is Larry Doby again, and he hits a ground ball over to short. Phil Rizzuto fields that and goes on to first. That was another short half inning. We go to the top of the 6th. It'll be Dick Krahowski leading this off, and he takes a ball low, 1-0. There's a strike to Krahowski, 1-1, and that's hit off the end of the bat over to center. Doby coming in on that one, but it's too shallow for him. Both Lou Boudreau and Joe Gordon went out to try to catch it, but it was in no man's land. So Krahowski now 3 for 3. And here comes Gene Woodling, who takes the ball inside, and another one inside, 2-0. Line through second for another base hit. So Yankees now have runners on first and second in the top of the 5th. Al Benton now has to face Hank Bauer. He steps off the mound, has a little meeting with himself, and then delivers, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Hank. Benton doing a lot of muttering and talking to himself here. It's fouled away. He's given up 7 hits and 2 runs. 0-2 pitch, and that's popped up. Tresh looks up. Hi, how are you doing there, Tresh? And makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Here comes Jerry Coleman. So Benton working hard to try to keep this a close game. There's a strike to Coleman and a ball. Benton must be ruing the fact that the Indians haven't been able to get any offense despite all these walks by Marshall. Fouled away. It's 1-2. Ground ball to Gordon, Boudreau, and Vernon. And that does it. So with that, we go now to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it remains a 2-0 lead for Cleveland. This will bring up Lou Boudreau. Benton has pitched well, but has had bad luck, and Marshall has pitched poorly, but has had a lot of good luck, and Boudreau first pitch swinging, hits it over to Brown, who throws to first, 1 away. Lou Boudreau now 0 for 3. Here comes Joe Gordon. There's a strike on the outside edge to Joe, and a ball in tie, 1-1. There's a pitch low, 2-1 the count. Hit deep to right center, but Mapes, the center fielder, is there. He makes the catch. There's 2 away. Here comes Bob Kennedy. That's it over to left. That'll land in front of Woodling. 2 hopper to him, and Kennedy has the base hit, and that'll bring up Mike Tresh. Bob Kennedy has 2 of the 3 Cleveland hits. The other man with the hit, Joe Gordon. So that's the problem when you can't get the top of the lineup hitting, and here comes Mike Tresh again. You look down Tresh's eyes when he caught that pop-up up at the top of the 6th. 1-0 the count as he takes the ball. There's a strike at the knees. It's 1-1. And there's another one in there for a strike, 1-2. And that one was about a 55-foot curveball, 2-2. That slides outside. It's a full count now on Tresh. There's ball 4 again outside, and so there are 2 men on here now again for Al Benton. Well, we're going to keep Al in this ball game in case you were wondering. Al will swing away since there's 2 men out, and he takes the ball. He walked last time up, and there's a ground ball over third base, and that's a base hit. Around comes Tresh to try to score. Here comes the throw home, and that throw bounced in there, and Tresh is safe, and the Indians get 2 runs on that single by Benton, and he winds up at second base. So how about that one? It's a double, I should say, for Al Benton, the pitcher. And this is a brand new ball game. Up is Dale Mitchell with a runner on at second base with a potential go-ahead run. And there's a pop-up to the right side. Coleman looking, and coming in, sliding behind him is Bauer, just barely avoiding a collision, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. We'll go now to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 2-2 tie, and here comes Cliff Mapes. And they'll put Tommy Henrich in to hit for Mapes. You tell me whether you think this is legit or not, because Henrich technically is injured. There is a swing and a miss by Tommy, 0-1. There's a pop-up, out of play, 0-2. There's a ball high, 1-2 on Tommy. Bouncer off the mound, Boudreau on to first, 1 away. Here comes Charlie Silvera, who fouls 1 away. Takes the ball low, 1-1. Foul back again, it's 1-2 on Charlie. Hit to left, but Mitchell's there, 2 away, and here comes Bobby Brown. There's a strike to Brown and a ground ball over to first base. Benton doesn't get there at all on time, but he's able to, Vernon that is able to outrun the batter to the bag, and that ends that. We go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. My apologies, it is still a 2-2 tie. Here comes Mickey Vernon. There's a foul ball straight back by Vernon, 0-1. Ground ball over the bag at second, up the middle for a base hit. And so once again, the Indians are threatening. This brings up Ken Keltner. There's a strike in the outside corner to Keltner, 0-1. The infield is in on the corners, which is exactly what I was thinking about. Keltner has the ability, if he needs to bunt. Might let him try that here, and this is bunted foul. It's 0-2 quickly. To take that one off, there's a ball high. They're trying to guard the corners against the double. 2-2 the count. Throw to first, but Vernon's back. Ground ball left side. Rizzuto on to Coleman for 1, but they can't get Keltner, so they only get 1 out of that deal. That brings up Larry Doby, bottom of the 7th inning, 1 on, 1 out. 2-2 tie. There's a ball inside to Doby, and then a strike. It's 1-1. Strike 2, swing and a miss by Doby on one that was way outside off the strike zone. That's lined over to left center field for a base hit. Lindell, the center fielder, ends up getting there. Keltner goes over to third, and Doby stops at first. So they decided to put Lindell there in center field instead of leaving Henrik in the game, which I didn't notice before. Now there are runners on the corners here for the Indians with only 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and who comes up? Lou Boudreau. And you have a lot of options here. Let's see what we can do. There goes Doby, ground ball to short. And what do? Do you try for home or not? I think we will and see what they do. Throw over to the plate, and Keltner is thrown out. A great throw there by Rizzuto. And so Boudreau ends up on first base on the fielder's choice. He's now 0 for 4. That'll bring up Joe Gordon, who's 1 for 3. So let's see if Joe can give us a base hit. Here comes Flash, and he pops one up, 0-1. Fouled away. It's 0-2 on Joe, and just fouled that one away. Ground ball on the ground, down the line, right side. Doby scores. Around comes Boudreau. Bowers throw to the plate, and it's a great relay throw there by Coleman, and Silvera down with the tag, and that throws out Lou Boudreau, and that will end the inning. But the Indians get the run they were looking for. We will go now to the top of the 8th inning. It's a 3-2 lead now for Cleveland. Here comes Cuddles Marshall, and he's not going to pitch to hit for himself. It'll be Gus Nieros coming in for him. Al Benton's still on the mound. And there is a strike slider high in the zone, and that's fouled away. 0-2 are Nieros. And there's a slider that locked him up for strike 3. That's the second strikeout that Benton has recorded so far against 2 walks. There's 1 away. The ball outside of the scooter, and then a breaking ball off the plate, 2-0. Sliders down and in, it's 3-0, and there's the strike, 3-1 to Phil. That'll be fouled away. It's a full count now on the scooter, and that's way outside. So ball 4 to Rizzuto. That brings up Dick Krahowski with the runner on at first. Ground ball to Gordon, over to Boudreau and on to Vernon, and it's a surprise double play for the Tribe because Rizzuto is such a fast runner. We go now to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's a 3-2 lead for Cleveland. Up comes Bob Kennedy. Fred Sanford coming out for the Yankees, and they have some bullpen problems. Here is a strike to Kennedy and a ball high, 1-1. A deep to center, but Lindell has it for the out, 1 away. Here comes Mike Tresh again. 0 for 2, but he walked and scored. 2-0 the count on Mike. Breaking ball outside, so it's 3-0. There's a strike. It's 3-1 now on Tresh. And there's ball 4. So Sanford comes on, gets 1 man out, and then walks the next one, and that'll bring up Al Benton. And he has only 1 out, so he can bunt. Takes the ball inside, 1-0. And there's a strike. He missed that one. There's a bunt down, but couldn't get it past Sanford. He turns around and goes to Phil Rizzuto at second base for the force. There's 2 away now, and Benton is on at first, and here comes Dale Mitchell. There's a curve in there for a strike, and that's fouled away. That was inside, 0-2. Bouncer in the hole, and Rizzuto spins looking to second, but decides to eat it. Benton already in there, and he's not a fast runner. So what an odd turn of events that one was. Base hit for Mitchell, who's now 1 for 5. And that'll bring up Mickey Vernon. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-2 Indians, close one. Runners on at first and second with 2 outs. And there's a fly ball to center. Lindell will catch that one for the out. And that does it. And we go now to the top of the 9th inning. And it will be Gene Woodling leading it off. He has a home run today and another hit. There's a strike to Gene. So he's 2 for 3 and a ball high. Swung on and fouled away. It's 1-2. Foul back again. There's a slider just wide, 2-2. Checked his swing and just held up on that one, so it's a full count now on Woodling. That's hit foul. Low and away, and that one missed. And so Benton has walked his 4th. That'll bring up Hank Bauer, and I tell you, the Indians could use another double play right here. There's a sinker that misses inside, 1-0, and that's low, 2-0. Swing and a miss, and that one away. Bauer a little bit over anxious, 2-1. Strike 2, middle in. Fouled away. Struck him out. That was inside. Not inside. That was actually away. Benton missed the zone, but Bauer chased that. There's one away. Here comes Jerry Coleman with the tying run on first base. There's a strike. Coleman 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Fly ball over to center. That'll be easy for Doby. There's 2 away. And up comes Johnny Lindell. Is this the man you want hitting with a runner on at first and 2 outs, down by 1, top of the 9th? Nope. They'll put in Jack Phillips. Jack Phillips is hitting 083, and he comes in here to face Benton, the righty. And there's a slider off the plate for a ball. High and outside is 2-0 on Phillips, and there's a strike, 2-1. Inside, 3-1 the count. And there's ball 4 called. And Benton has walked his 5th, and that'll bring up Charlie Silvera. Runners on at first and second, and that's hit well into the alley, left center field. There goes Doby on his horse. He flies over there and is just in time to make the catch. And so that ends this one. I'll tell you, that will show you how important it is to make sure you got guys who can run in the outfield. Larry Doby with the big catch to save the game here for Cleveland. The Indians win this one coming from behind, 3-2 the victory. And I tell you, that was one of those that really kind of put a lump in your heart, man. Good heavens, this is not a game for the weak-hearted, I'll tell you that. The Indians win again. Final score is 3-2. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and we're going to have more fun tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.